found an explanation in this trip. Because the first trip was not such a happy trip, but I'll talk about it because finally we found the reason why it happened in the first place. I was a first-term senator in 1994. In late 1994, there was a series of very bad articles about Saipan that appeared in the newspapers in Washington, especially the Washington Post. And there, see, the story was not in Saipan, the story was not in the Philippines, the story was in Washington. And Jerry gave me a good explanation of why the story might have been in Washington and why it was so explosive. It seems that, because remember at that time, that was like 30 years ago when I came, that was the height of the garment business in Saipan. And because Saipan is a commonwealth, Northern Mariana is a commonwealth of the United States, the goods enter the United States without quota, unlike in the Philippines we had a quota. And so the mainland garment manufacturers were feeling threatened by the Northern Mariana manufacturers. So it was convenient for them to highlight or exaggerate any little incident here in Saipan, but not to talk about it in Saipan nor even in the Philippines, but rather there in Washington, D.C., where they could influence the lawmakers to do something to make the garment industry here weaker, and therefore make the garment industry in the mainland stronger. And so they found the opportunity to do some of these articles. And listen to one of these headlines. Filipinos report beatings, rapes, lockout. You can imagine the bad name that Saipan got with a series of articles in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, like that. And at that time, the Governor Tenorio was very incensed about the articles. And in one of his bursts of anger, he said, I think I'm going to ban Filipino workers from coming here. So, of course, I was a new senator, 94. I was going to run for election the year after the election. And, of course, that was an important opportunity for me to show my concern for the welfare of overseas Filipinos. So I made a privileged speech in the Senate, and I wrote my old classmate, President Bill Clinton. And I said, they are going to ban Filipino workers in Saipan. I think we should ban the Filipino workers from going to Saipan. Let's look into it, and let's see how Saipan's economy is going to survive without our Filipino workers. So that was my speech. And I said the same thing to President Clinton in my letter to him. And so that was what happened in late 1994. In 95, three things happened. First, the Clinton administration initiated the move to federalize immigration and labor laws, which eventually happened many, many years later because the officials of Saipan, of course, stopped that. And in hindsight, according to the Filipinos here today, they prefer the old system. So my apology for the part that I might have played, that's just a small part that I played in what happened. But it didn't happen then, it happened many, many years later. So maybe there was this long in coming and not because of the incidents that happened then. But anyway, I said three things. One is that. Number two, President Ramos, the president of the Philippines, did ban blue-collar workers from coming to Saipan. So the Filipinos I met here, the Filipinos I met here like Marley and like Elena, they came in 95, but they were accountants and not, white-collar workers because there was a ban on blue-collar workers. So of course, Governor Tenorio negotiated. And the third thing that happened was that I was re-elected as senator and #1 senator in the Philippines at that time. Maybe part of it was the concern I showed for our overseas Filipinos. So Governor Tenorio negotiated to lift the Philippine ban on workers. So it lasted a year, and in 1996, the ban was lifted. And Governor Tenorio went to visit the Philippines, and he visited me. And he said, I know what you said about us, and really, I don't want a ban on Filipino workers. So thank you for that. President Ramos lifted it. But also, I want to let you know that the stories that you read about us in Washington are not the reality of the Filipinos in Saipan. Maybe 1 or 2 cases, but certainly not the real reality. So he said, come to Saipan and see for yourself. Meet the Filipino community there and ask them how they feel. Do they feel exploited? Or do they feel happy that they are contributing to the Saipan economy aside from their own families in the Philippines? The Governor Tenorio. And there was no UFO at that time. There was no United Filipino Organization at that time, which was founded in 1997. There was just little different Filipino organizations. So because I'm from Pampanga, it was Kabalen that met me at that time, including Mrs. Andrea Sablan. So I met with them and I asked them, are you happy here? Yes, we are happy here. And talking about it afterwards here now, Jerry explained his theory of why it happened. It is very possible. Why would an article like that, a series of articles appear not in Saipan and not in the Philippines, but in Washington, D.C.? It's really because of the growing power of the Saipan economy based on garment sales to the mainland. In fact, Elena Corate from Talisay, who I had breakfast with, said that she was here then. She was already a new entrant to the Saipan economy, a contract worker, and she never heard about those supposed atrocities that were written about with glaring headlines in Washington, D.C. So the long and the short of it is that the Filipinos that I met, the Kapampangas that I met said, we are very happy in Saipan. We are glad that the Philippine ban on workers coming here has been lifted, and we are happy with what we are earning and sending to our folks back home, and we are happy that we are appreciated by the Saipan government and the Northern Marianas government for our contribution to their economy. And if that was the way it was in 1996 when I came, now coming back here in 2024, it seems even more, the contribution is even more. And of the Filipino community here, the appreciation by the Saipan people of the Filipinos here is even more than before, and I'm very, very happy to see that. And I would like to thank the Tan family because they have done a great deal to have Filipinos in their own establishments. And not only that, not only because of their love and care for the Filipino community here, but because of their love and care for the people of Saipan and Northern Marianas.